Welcome everyone, and again, welcome and just happy Mother's Day to those of you that are mothers, or those of you that have mothers, or that are married to women that are wonderful mothers. So for today's class, I thought we would do something very healing and very kind of chill and relaxed. We're not going to do our normal high, movement of Vinyasa, but we're going to try to go a little deeper into our experience. So as we start in a comfortable seated position, elevate your hips if you'd like to, or even sit in a chair if that feels more comfortable for you. And then allow your shoulders to roll up, back, and down a couple times, just softening through the space of the shoulders. And we're going to take a nice deep inhale, and we're going to release the hands behind us. Just let them reach back, fingertips on the mat, and then inhale, take the chin down, lift the chest. Deep breath in as the chest rises. You can close your eyes. Exhale, slowly we'll release. And then we'll bring the hands forward to the knees. And then as we exhale, we'll round the back, kind of like cat pose. Shoulder blades separate, chin towards the chest. And then inhale, we come back up. Exhale, let's do that again. Shoulders back and down. Let the fingertips come behind you. Lift the ribcage, chin tucks down, stretching the back of the neck. Opening the center of your heart. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the knees as you roll into the tuck under of the pelvis. Shoulder blades separate, chin towards the chest. And then slowly inhale, come back through the center. Bring the hands into prayer position, soften the shoulders. Perhaps set an intention for your practice today. Whatever that might be. It doesn't have to be anything great or massive. It can just simply be being present. Noticing beauty around you. And we'll open the sacred space of our practice today with the sound Om. Inhale to begin. Exhale, we'll gently blink the eyes open. Reach the arms out in opposite directions. Stretch through the fingertips. Turn the palms up, and then as we inhale, let's rise up. Maybe gaze up to the space between the thumbs. Reach to the fingertips, roll your shoulders. Exhale, take a nice gentle twist. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale there. One more in-breath, lift and twist. And exhale. Use the inhale to come back up, reach and lengthen. Your gaze can be forward, or again, you can look up. It's your choice. Exhale, take the other side. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, rotate through the spine. We're not moving too quickly or too deeply. Connect with whatever part of your body is speaking mostly to you. Be gentle, be kind. Be nurturing with your body. One more in-breath. Exhale as you rotate. And then inhale to rise back up. Good. Reach to the fingertips. Doing something a little different now. Keep your arms up. Lean back a little bit. Bring your knees in towards each other. Extend one leg. Extend the other leg. Find yourself in a seated Dandasana position. Feet flex, reach the arms up. Nice engagement through the core. Keep extending, roll the shoulder blades back. And then exhale, release the arms down by your sides. Palms down. So I'm sitting on my bolster or my cushion, so I'm a little higher on my hips, but if you're on the mat, you might be able to maybe bend your elbows a little bit or keep the elbows straight. Again, lengthen up through the torso, maybe chin down slightly. Find your Dandasana position. This pose, although quite simple looking, it can be quite engaging. So just find a nice long extended spine. Try not to round or sink, and try not to overarch. So finding somewhere in the middle. One more breath. Good. And then exhale, let's release. We're gonna cross the legs the other direction. So if you don't remember how it was, we'll go into your normal cross-legged and then just switch. The uncomfortable side, we'll call it. So once you kind of settle into your sitting position once more, take the right arm towards the earth, open that left side of the rib cage. So we're rotating and we're opening to that left side. Take a nice deep breath in here. Let your whole body fill with this next inhale, and then extend that top arm up and over, reaching to the fingertips. Now be mindful here that your left knee doesn't lift up. Reach it down towards the earth and try to relax your left hip. If you have a little bit more movement here, maybe bend into your elbow. Lengthen and stretch as you reach that left side body. Good. One more breath. And then let's exhale by bringing that left arm all the way down towards the mat on the right side of your body. You might need to kind of adjust your hands. Another kind of seated twist here, a little bit different. Move the right shoulder back and that left shoulder, pull it forward. And again, keeping that left hip down, opening to that left side. One more breath, inhale. You can lean into it a little bit. You can press up away from it a little bit. Exhale there. Inhale, release. Come back up through that circular extension and back to upright. Take a moment to notice the two sides of your body. Let's do the other side. Lean towards the left. Take that right arm up and over, and we're going to start by rotating. So move that right side rib cage. Let it open out to the sky, and then extend your arm when you feel ready. Be mindful of this left shoulder. It likes to kind of curl in, so just keep a nice groundedness in the arm. As you reach that right arm, it can be straight if you like it there, or it can be bent. But the opposite knee is not up. It's pulling down towards the earth. Good adjustment. Now, from here, we're going to bend into the elbow if you got extra room here to twist. And then again, you're opening out to the side. So you're trying to bring that right side of your rib cage up and back. Extend through your body. Reach and lengthen. Deep breath. Filling your lungs and rib cage and torso with magical breath. You're allowing yourself another one here. Exhale completely. And then with the inhale, we're going to drop that right hand towards the left side of the mat. Align your hands a little bit. Find your twist. You might feel this a little bit more into your mid-back. Sometimes that's where I feel it. But just remember that your practice is about where your body is today. And perhaps you haven't been practicing a whole lot. Perhaps, you've been doing a lot more physical stuff. So just be gentle, be mindful. You can bend into your elbows, or you can press up and rotate a little bit more. Both feel kind of different. Try them both and see what your body likes. One more breath. Okay, we're going to come up in that same circular motion, full exhale. Inhale, allow yourself to roll all the way back up to center and release, shake out the shoulders. Okay, let's move on to a kneeling position. So we're going to come off our cushion. You can put it off to the side. And then we're going to come into a tabletop position. So from this tabletop, let's tuck the toes underneath our body. So we're going to move a little bit more this way so I can have the less of the sun on me. All right, so we're going to tuck our toes under, and then we're going to move from the heels, butt towards the heels, to forward, fingertips pressing strong, engaging into your arm muscles. So back towards the heels and forward. Allow your torso to stay contracted and strong to support you in the movement. So we're stretching through the wrists and fingers, engaging into your deltoids, and then moving back, stretching through the toes, feet, and heels. Good. A couple more times. Forward and back. Good. Forward and back. This time, let's hold the back as we exhale. Maybe bring the elbows to the mat. See how that feels. If it feels okay, maybe walk those elbows forward. And if you like, you can rest the forehead or the top of the head on the mat. Now the toes are tucked under and you want to make sure your heels stay parallel to each other. So don't let your heels flop out to the side. Keep them in. And then from here, your choice, extending your arms, pressing your palms down, or a little bit more shoulder, pressing into your fingertips, engaging into your shoulders. So quite intense for a child's pose. You can always take a more traditional one. See how your body feels, connect with what you sense within your own intuition of what your body needs. The beauty of our practice lies with our connection to self, lies with our own intuition and moving and flowing with that. So it's not about repeating what I suggest or looking how I am holding in a pose, but about finding what needs and necessities you have today. What works in your body. With the next inhale, we can put the palms down if the fingers are tenting up. And then we can lift the head, look forward towards the hands. Inhale, rise back up, coming into a cow shape. And as you press into your cow shape, tuck the chin, fan out the shoulders, press the toes down into the mat. And then slowly as you exhale, release the shape. Let's release the toes and kind of tap them on the mat a little bit here. So just get a little toe tap. Those toes got a nice stretch. And then inhale, sway into cow. Shoulders roll back, tailbone lifts, rib cage opens, chest opens, everything away. And slowly exhale back to flat back. All right, one more time. Curl into cat. This time the toes are not tucked under. Chin to chest. Middle back pushes away from the body. Really try to articulate all the vertebrae in your spine. Inhale, sway up. Opening the heart space, long extended body, shoulder blades back and away. Last time, curl under, exhaling, full breath. Let the entire breath empty out before you decide to move again. When it's time to breathe in, start to move into the spine, lifting the tailbone, lifting the rib cage, lifting the chest, and lifting the chin. And gently release, bring the toes together, hips to the heels, more traditional balasana. Knees really wide to find opening in the hips. Reach your hands forward, extend, 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 and forehead down. If this extended balasana feels too much for you, you're welcome to bring the arms down by your feet, or you're welcome to bring your knees in towards each other. So making modifications to your pose, always within your ability to do anytime during class. Stay here for a few breaths, settle into the sensations of your body. One more inhale. Exhale completely. And then inhale, lift the head, look forward, roll the shoulders back. Exhale there. Inhale to press back up, slide the hands in, slide the knees in, back to tabletop position. All right, we're going to go into a full plank now. So engage into your arms, press into your fingers, extend one leg back so that you can find that nice long line of your body. Now notice with the opposite knee down, your butt's not sticking up in the air. You want to keep your butt down as you extend the other leg. So now we're in a push-up position. Find strength in your shoulders and core. Hold and breathe. So mothers, we are very, very, very strong. I know from my own mother and I know from my own experience. We create a lot. Sorry guys. Oh, it's my son calling. 1 second. Kendrick, I love you. Happy Mother's Day to me. I'm teaching a class. I'm literally in the middle of my class. He's hiking the Appalachian Trail, guys. That's why. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Wow. He said he managed to find service in the 70-mile wilderness to call me. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, that's a sign. I love you. Okay, bye. There you go. That's the whole point of Mother's Day, right? This is my kid. All right, so let's come down from our plank. Sorry, if you were holding all this time, good for you. But if you weren't, let's get back into it for a moment as I kind of move into this next transition. So we're going to drop the right knee down and pivot onto our heel. Extend the left arm up for a side plank. So we're just opening up the body. Maybe you can look up. So Kendrick is hiking the Appalachian Trail from Atlanta to Maine, and he's in a big stretch where there's just basically wilderness for about 100 miles. So the fact that he was able to find service to call me on Mother's Day is pretty amazing. I had to take that. All right, let's exhale, bring that left arm down, press into the heel, lift up, find strength here. Let's do the other side. Left knee comes down, pivot on your toe, inhale, right arm comes up. Now when you're lifting here, try not to bring your butt back in your chest forward. So line up your whole body with that left shin and left hand. Press into your fingers so that you can engage into your body firmly here. Every distraction today. Just like our regular mother's world. Look up towards your right thumb. And then exhale, lower down. With control, back to your plank. Take another moment to find strength. Push into your fingers, knees down. Sit your hips back, come to seated, and then shake out those hands and wrists. So we really do need to work on strengthening our hands and our wrists. So this is why we want to do these types of things. So just shake them out, open, close, you know, let them do their thing. Okay, so next what we're going to do is similar but a little different, same side plank. If you're tired of being on your hands, you can come to your forearms. So we're going to come back either to our hands or our forearms, tuck one toe under, straighten that leg, find engagement in your shoulders and core. This is not just about your arms, about the whole body. Then the other leg straightens, right? So we find our mother strength as we push into the floor. Now here's a little difference. We're going to tilt to the side, both legs, but this top leg is going to come forward, right in front of your body. Or you can keep it back. It's your choice. It's a little harder if you keep it back. And then that top arm can reach up, or you can extend over. Hollow at the navel, lift chin towards the armpit, and then look up towards your fingertips. Strong and steady. Remember, you can always do this on your forearm as well. Exhale, take your left hand down. Reach your left foot back. Find your own strength here. Softly breathing. We'll do the other side. Pivot to the left foot. Ground yourself. Right foot steps forward. Keep on the left big toe. Right arm can extend straight up to the sky as you look up. Or you can take it over and reach. Keep pressing firmly into your bottom leg, your left leg. Don't let that knee be soft, but instead press into the side of the foot. One more breath. Reach and lengthen. Good. And then exhale. Right hand down. Right foot back. And this time, let's take a downward facing dog. So move the weight a little bit more equally distributed between hands and feet. Reach the rib cage towards the thighs. Let the shoulders relax. Hollow out the navel. As we move through our practice with connection and ease, it's okay to struggle. It's okay to be challenged, and it's okay to feel like you're doing a lot of work. And similarly, it's okay to feel like it's just nice and easy for you. That's not very hard. It all kind of depends on you. Whatever your experience is, let it wash over you. Let it be what it is. And we're going to walk the hands towards the feet and come to a hanging forward fold. in our hanging forward folds, I always like to start with the knees bent and the rib cage connecting to the thighs. So then this way I can actually feel that connection of torso and legs. Then I can hold on to my opposite elbows, let the head hang, and then at some point my hamstrings will give me the cue that I can lift my hips. But if you start to straighten your legs and your torso separates from your body, kind of like this is typically what happens, then it's better to stay in this kind of semi-squat, reaching the elbows down and elevating the hips as much as you can without separating your rib cage from your thighs. Then we're going to let our head hang. My imagery for this is always a ripe mango. If you've ever seen a ripe mango on a tree, it hangs with such freedom. They're so heavy and kind of just massive. You know, if you have these giant mango trees, we used to have one in Miami, and they just hang off this beautiful tree. I like to envision my head hanging like that, releasing any tension in the neck, in the shoulders, and even in the little vertebrae that make up my neck. Just letting that space open up there. And then we're going to take our right hand to the mat, and you can use a block for this if you like. You're going to bend your right knee, open that left shoulder, and extend the left arm up to the sky. Or, here's a second choice, turn your palm and bring it towards your right thigh. So you can kind of connect with your right thigh here. Now, once you're connected, lift and open the rib cage, look up. Notice we're doing a lot of twists in our practice today. Twists are so good for us as we rotate, as we reach, as we extend to the top of the head. And then exhale, let's release. You can take that right arm, left arm right back up to the sky, and then take it all the way down. One more time, hanging forward fold, let your body relax, settle, and easily move into the forward fold, lengthening the whole spine. So now not just the cervical spine, that's the right mango hanging off the tree, but the whole spine is nice and long. And now we'll do the other side. Left hand to the mat or block, bend the left knee, so we lean the hips slightly to the left. Right arm opens, we look up towards the right thumb, reach to the fingertips, ground through your feet, and then you can turn your palm, take it around, and if you can't really kind of grab the thigh, that's okay, but reach for it. You can even open your left knee, wiggle your fingers, and then bring your knee back to center. Open that right side rib cage. So the bind helps you find a little deeper twist if you so need it or want it. Opening through the breath. Let each inhale be a doorway, a gift. And each exhale be an opportunity to release. One more inhale. Exhale. We can release the right hand, reach it back up to the sky, and then exhale, bring it down. Let the head hang heavy once more. All right, we're going to walk the hands back forward towards the top of our mats. And we're going to do another twist here, but now in downward facing. So downward facing dog, you're going to take your right foot behind your left. And then you're going to allow yourself there a moment to kind of press towards that left hip. Find your stretch there. And then slowly release. Take the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog, extend. And place the right foot right back where you started. Good, downward dog. Let's do the other side. Left foot on the outside of the right, and then push back through your right hip. So a little bit of a twist with a hamstring stretch, ankle stretch. Good. And then inhale, lift that left leg up, three-legged dog, extend it up. And exhale, bring it down. Good. Let's walk the feet forward halfway up your mat. And slowly, gently here, we're going to cross the feet. So pay attention. Right foot is going to go behind the left. So bring the left foot in center, right foot behind. So we're crossing the feet here. Softly soften, bend through your knees, and let yourself fold forward. A little different forward fold, a little different stretch.
Calm and steady breathing. Good. One more breath. Let yourself surrender to what you find. Don't overdo. Keep the knees soft. All right, hands forward a little bit. That right foot, the one that's behind, reach it up. Come to your fingertips, kind of find a little balance here. If you want, you can use no hands. I suggest keep your hands on the floor. But if you want, you can try to come higher and then maybe lift your arms up. Your choice. I like the hands on the floor. It helps me feel stable. That's where I'm going to stay. Reach to that right toe. Reach, 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 reach. Get it high, get it high, get it high. Good balance. Nice. And then exhale. Swing that right leg forward and around. So now the right foot is in front. The left leg is behind. Same twist as before. Exhale and fold. So now we're just switching whichever foot is in front. Hands right next to your feet. Remember, you can always use blocks to bring the earth up to you and let the head relax. Good. And you might not be able to go very low. You might have to stay up a little bit. That's okay. That's why the blocks are useful, because you can bring the blocks up higher and still find a little sense of release. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Good. And then inhale, slide the hands forward again, on or off the blocks. Press into your fingertips. The left foot that's behind, that's the leg that's going to come up now. Find balance. You can come to your fingertips. You can use blocks. You can lift and fly if you so wish. I'm not wishing for me. But if you want to fly, fly. Feel free. Reach to that left leg up a little higher, up a little higher. Reach, 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 reach. And then exhale, drop it down. Good. Walk both feet forward. Open up your feet. Bend your knees. And you can sit on a bolster, on a block, on the floor, or just take a squat. Just take a regular malasana squat. I would say sit on something because we're going to be here for a little bit. So I want you to make sure that you're comfortable. So one of the things about understanding how we move through our practice is really about just observing. We're going to stay here in malasana and observe. Notice if your feet need to be really far away from your body. For example, if your feet need to be really forward, this is still the pose. Notice if your heels and feet are kind of parallel to each other. This is still the pose. So you can decide how to make this pose accessible, doable, comfortable, enjoyable for you. As soon as you find the position for your legs, start to think about elevating and lengthening through the spine. So we start to think about tailbone, rooted and grounded, long extended spine, shoulders back, top of the head reaching sky upward, and then now we create this space of acceptance. Whether you're using a prop to sit on it, whether you're not, you're using just your legs and core, allow yourself to feel rooted through the soles of your feet. So all 10 toes should touch either the floor or the mat. Both heels grounded into the floor or the mat. The mound of your left big toe and the edge of your pinky toes grounded and rooted to the mat. If your palms are together, your elbows are pressing the knees out a little wider. But the knees also press in towards the elbows. Kind of this counter effort happening. Close your eyes. Take your awareness inward. Find that inner strength. That mama bear strength. Couple more deep breaths here. Good. And then as we exhale, we're going to start to change a little bit here. So blink your eyes open if they're closed. And we're going to take your right arm, reach it forward and out towards the top right corner of your mat. It's okay if the hand doesn't quite touch, but maybe your fingertips can touch. And then you're going to take your left hand and place it on top of your left thigh, close to the knee, and you're going to open yourself up to the side. So what we're trying to do here, the aim of what we're trying to do here is create openness to that left shoulder rotation there, and then helping us guide the right knee further away with the help of the right shoulder, and the left knee further away with the help of the left hand. Again, lift and lengthen, and then maybe we can look back over that left shoulder. A lot of stuff going on here. Let whatever sensations arise, let them be. Don't shy away from anything. One more breath. And if you are able to, you can straighten a left hand. Feel free to do so. I'm not quite there yet. And then slowly let's release. Come back through to center. Observe how one side feels compared to the other. And then we'll do the other side. So now the left arm reaches forward and then over to the left top corner of your mat. So it doesn't matter if you actually touch, just reach in that direction. Keep pushing that left knee out with the help of the left shoulder. Left knee pulls in with the help of that left knee. And then right hand to the right knee, close to the thigh, close to the knee. And then you're going to pull yourself, twist and rotate. Finally, you're going to look back over that right shoulder. One side's always going to be a little nicer, a little easier, a little bit more pleasant than the other. And just like in life, we don't judge because we need both of these sides. The duality of life always present. Find an equanimous mind and heart to settle into whatever sensations your body is feeding you today. Don't judge them as positive nor negative, they simply are. Observe. One more breath. And exhale, slowly we release. We come back to where we started. We've been here a while. So give yourself a little bit of grace. Say thank you to your body for supporting you, for allowing you to be here. We're going to work a little bit on a strength move, which I said in the beginning of class we weren't going to do, but you know me, if you know me, we would do these things. So you're going to reach your arms forward, and you're going to do your best to lift your butt up off the floor by leaning forward. So you can give yourself a little momentum, and then reach forward, butt comes up, and then butt comes down. I want you to try to do that a few times, using the strength of your legs and the control of your torso to lean back a little bit, come forward, lift up. So you're pressing into your feet. As you come down, do it with control and ease. So if you find yourself going too fast, too hard, you're plopping down, be a little bit more mindful. Good, very nice. Try it a couple more times. Up and down. And you don't have to go up very high. You just have to kind of barely clear the block or the cushion, whatever you're sitting on. And down. Good. Last one. You can do it. We're going to hold the last one. Hold one. Reach the fingertips. Shoulders relax. 2. Stay steady. 3. 4. Okay, let's move the thing out of the way, whatever you were sitting on, if you were sitting on something. 5. And then let's settle our hips down. Reach our knees in. And then settle ourselves back to Dandasana position, just like we practiced in the beginning. Move the shoulders back, lift your chest. Deep breath in, slow breath out. We're going to do a reverse tabletop here to release the hip flexors and to kind of counter the stretch in the back. So we're going to bend the knees, plant the feet on the floor, bring the hands behind you, fingers pointing forward. Press into your feet, press into your hands. Inhale, lift your hips and find a tabletop, but now you're not facing down, you're facing up. And then you can drop your head back. Hold here. Steady breathing. You can rock a little bit if that feels good, or you can be still. Just keep lifting the hips. Stretch the front of the hip flexors. And exhale, lower down. Good job. Keep the right leg extended, the left leg in. And we're going to hug the left knee for one more twist, looking over the left shoulder. Make sure that there's a little bit of space between the left foot and the right thigh so that you can take your body through and around. Easy breathing. Flex into your right foot. Make your right leg strong. Good. One more breath. Exhale and slowly release down, keeping that left knee still bent. Just place it on top of the right thigh, a figure 4 position. So when you look down at your leg, you see a little triangle by your legs. Your left knee might be really high up, or it might be touching the floor, or it might be somewhere in the middle like mine is. Bring your hands right next to you or behind you, and inhale, lift your chest, try to drop the left knee down. Keep the right foot flexed. So you're welcome to stay here. If you have nice open hips, maybe you can start to lean forward with your hands behind you, or you can reach forward. But just again, avoid rounding forward. So if I'm reaching and I find my foot, but my back is really rounded, I'm better off to stay in this lifted position, leaning forward with my rib cage and not with my head. So my head is in line with the rest of my body, and that left knee is still reaching down, reaching down, reaching down. Not by pushing it with my left hand, but by guiding it with the help of my left leg muscles. So both feet are flexed. Wherever you are, either your hands are forward or back like mine are. Your shoulders are back, your spine is long. You can also start to move your hands forward a little bit more each time, deciding where you want those hands to be. But honestly, keeping them behind you might be a really good choice for some of us. And then we're going to lift back up if you're folding forward, and we're going to drop the left foot on the outside of the leg. Same thing as before, we're going to do an open twist first. So left knee is bent, we're going to twist to the right, away from the knee. Left arm can come around and maybe find somewhere on your left thigh. Then the right hand can reach around and maybe we can connect the fingers. If that doesn't happen, just the hands on the floor and we reach and rotate, look back over right shoulder. So fingertips can stay down. Keep the left foot grounded. Don't let the big toe and the heel come off the floor. One more breath. So again, you're in your twist only if you're able to hold and maintain as you open your torso. Otherwise, your hands are down on the mat. And then exhale, let's slowly release. Take that left knee, hug it in towards the body. See if you can hold on to the foot by interlacing your fingers and wrapping underneath the foot. Keep the right leg engaged, but this time point the right toes. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Maybe it straightens, maybe it doesn't. No worries. Point through left toes, lift your chest, shoulders back, look at your toes, smile. Breathe. Be. One more breath. However straight or not so straight that leg is, no worries. All right, here's a little bit of a challenge. We're going to try to keep the legs as they are. We're just going to release the hands to the floor. Lift your chest once more. Good. Exhale, lower the leg down. And we're back in Dandasana position. Shoulders back, feet flexed. Breathe here. We're going to prepare for the other side. So just allow yourself a moment of gratitude, of openness. And then we're going to slowly slide that right foot in, a little bit of space between the foot and the thigh. Take that left elbow crease, wrap it around the right knee, right hand behind you, twist to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Try to be nice and tall with your body. Keep your left foot flexed. Deep breathing. Good. One more breath. Nice deep rotation of the torso. Move the right shoulder back. As you exhale, undo your twist. Come back to center. Keeping that right knee bent. Just place the foot on top of the left thigh and let the right knee drop down. Again, flexing both feet will keep the knees safe.
And you can bring your fingertips behind you, lift your chest and rib cage. Find stability here. The more that right knee relaxes to the mat, the better it'll feel in your hip. And then as you feel the need or as the movement arises, you can start to lean forward. Just remember, the leaning forward happens from hinging at the hips and moving the rib cage forward. It doesn't happen from rounding the back and reaching the hands to the foot. So that's why I just really kind of sometimes prefer to keep those arms back. It helps me keep that awareness of my spine. So as you come forward, you might decide you can put your hands to the sides or forward or even find your foot. But remember, this lift needs to still happen here. So both feet are flexed, the right knee's heavy, the left calf is grounded, and we're breathing easily. Let the shoulders relax. Don't love this song. Deep inhale, slow exhale. However much you're folding forward, it might be your chest is all the way down onto your foot. It might be you're upright or slightly leaning back. Sometimes Mother's Day can be tough for those of us that can't be with our mothers, or we think of our mothers or our grandmothers. So sitting, sometimes as we're holding a difficult posture or pose that's challenging us in some way, helps to bring in the legacy of those that came before us. Our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers. And then slowly as you can, inhale, come back up, back to upright. We're going to drop that foot to the outside of the leg, plant the toes and the heels down. So don't let the foot be on its side. Keep it flat. Lifting the knee, now we're going to go for that open twist. So the right knee is bent, we're going to open to the left. We're going to reach that right arm up, over, and through. And again, you can just let the fingertips rest on the mat. But if it's available for you, reach the right hand back towards your right hip. Left hand can come around. Once you have your bind, lift the chest, press the right toe and foot down, open up your heart, and then lift your head. So you're not leaning forward like this, but you're leaning back and around. So if the bind is too much, simply let the fingertips rest, one in front, one behind. But open up to face the left side of your body. Keep that right foot grounded as best you can. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale to rotate. Whether you're in the bind or just with the fingertips on the floor, does not matter. The pose is one and the same. One more breath. If you're in your bind, with your next exhale, release your bind. So if you were in your bind, then you're going to exhale, release. Everyone comes back to fingertips down, and then we can come back to the center. Hello, torso. Lots of twists today. Hold on to that foot by holding on, by interlacing your fingers, holding on underneath. You're going to point the left foot, ground to that left leg, point the right foot, and start to lift. You might find that it only goes a little bit. If you can straighten it all the way, keep lengthening, keep lifting, keep the shoulders rolling back, look towards your right toes, lift your rib cage, shoulders back and down. Easy breathing. You're welcome to try the challenge next if you so wish. Your legs are going to stay exactly where they are. They are not going to move. Release your right hand, left hand, bring them down. Lift and lengthen. Hold one more breath. Exhale, drop that leg down. Back to Dandasana. Feet flexed, chest up, shoulders back. Notice how much easier Dandasana feels now that we've done some other movements. So we are going to take a reclined position or a supine position. So go ahead and lay all the way onto your back. Once you're on your back, let's take constructive rest. So separate your feet, but bring your knees together to touch. So your knees are touching. Let's take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And give yourself a moment to be here. Nice deep inhale, slow, gentle exhale. Give yourself some gifts right now. Not just because it's Mother's Day, but because you deserve them. The gift of patience, generosity, gift of wisdom, gift of stillness, the gift of joy. Receive them here with an open heart. And then as you exhale, let's release the arms. Now having these gifts inside our own hearts. Separate the knees, bring the knees into the chest, but don't use your arms to hug them in. Use your strength of your legs. Flatten out your back. Relax your shoulders. And then inhale, let's lift the legs up. Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. You're welcome to do this pose near a wall where your legs are actually supported by the wall, but you can also do it here on the mat. And we're going to start to move the right, keep the left leg as it is, start to move the right leg towards your head. I invite you to close your eyes. You don't have to see anything, you just have to feel. And then take that right leg back to center. And that same right leg, we're going to reach it away from us. Keeping that left leg exactly where it is. Try not to move it. And maybe that right heel touches the mat. Maybe it doesn't. Doesn't matter. Just reach. Inhale, bring that right leg back up to center. Same right leg. We're going to open it to the side. The left leg hasn't moved yet. It's still in the same spot. Right leg out to the side. And maybe the toes touch the mat or floor. Maybe they don't. Doesn't matter. Inhale, use the strength of your inner thigh to bring that leg back up to center. Good. Now keeping the right leg still, left leg towards your head. Bringing it up towards you. Right leg doesn't move. Exhale, back to center. Now we're going to lower the left leg down, keeping the right leg glued. Doesn't move. Left leg comes down, heel may or may not touch. Inhale, back up. Good. Keeping the right leg just as it is. Open the left leg to the left. I don't have very much space here, so I'll just go to my window. But you go as far as you need to, keeping that right toe pointing straight up. So we're not opening the right leg, not yet. Keep the right leg straight up. Good. And then inhale, come back to center. Good. Exhale, bend your knees. Try not to hug with your arms. Relax your hands and fingers. Just hug the knees in towards your torso using your core. One more time. Inhale, legs up. Now we're going to move the right leg towards us and the left leg away. Pointing through the toes. Good. Back through to center. Opposite now, left leg towards us, right leg away. Good, beautiful. With control, with ease. Inhale, back to center. Now both legs open out to the sides. Find your separation however you need to here. Don't overdo it so that you don't need the support of your hands. You can just go far where it's comfortable. Try not to pull on the insides. Try not to hold on the outside. Just find an evenness of your legs. Good. Inhale, back to center. Strong engagement. And then exhale, bend your knees, hug them in. This time, use your arms. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe wrap your elbows around. Hold on to your opposite elbows. And lift your forehead. Chin tucks in towards the chest. Shoulders move away from the ear. And then exhale, drop your head down. We'll do a happy baby here. So separate your knees wide so that your knees are tracking right over your shoulders. Reach your arms inside your legs and grab
the pinky edge of your feet with your hand. So we're not grabbing on the inside, internally rotating the shoulders. We're externally rotating the shoulders and grabbing the pinky edge side of the feet, or the ankles, whatever you can find. Flatten out your back, and when you're ready, lift your heels. So your feet are very far apart. They're not together. So your feet are not touching here. They're very, very far apart. Good. And then the knees open out to the sides. Flatten out your back. And you can stay in stillness, or you can rock a little side to side. See how that feels? Or front and back. If you have a really rounded back, sometimes this feels very intense. So it's a little nicer on your body when your back is a little flatter down on the floor. It creates a good base. But you can still do it even with a rounded back. It's just going to feel a little bit more intense. And then we'll make our way back to center. Once you're at center, hold on to your big toes. If you can manage to grab those big toes. And then straighten your legs, point your toes, lift your chest, shoulders back, chin up. Let's hold here. 1, 2, try to keep your hips down so you're not lifting your hips. Your whole back is flat from tailbone to head. 3, 4, and 5. Bring those legs in towards each other. Stay there, another breath. And then exhale, release your toes and slowly lower your legs down. You can lower them bent or straight. Once your legs are down, hug the knees or bend the knees back. Feet flat on the floor. Separate your feet wide as your mat. Drop both knees to one side. It's a nice, easy way to stretch to the front of the hip flexor. And you can open your arms and look towards the left. So knees are to the right, head is to the left. Steady breathing. And then exhale completely. Inhale, come to center. Keep the feet apart. Drop both knees to the left and gaze to the right. However deep or not so deep you want to go into this, make it your own. Sometimes it's nice to let gravity pull us without making too much effort. Slowly exhale, bringing everything back to center. And then we're going to go ahead and prepare for our Shavasana. So extend your legs, let your feet relax, let your feet flop out to the side. You can keep your arms open like a T. You can bring them back up over your head, kind of elbows bent, feeling that nice openness in the rib cage, chest, and heart. Or you can let them down by your sides, palms facing up, shoulders relaxed. So any variation of this that feels good for you. Take rest. Notice how you need your pelvis to settle so that you don't feel like you're arching or tucking, but instead you feel even in the area of your pelvis. Notice your shoulders, maybe a little front and back movement might help ease them into position. And then relax. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Relax your heels, your ankles. Relax your calves and shins. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your hips. Relax your groin. Relax your pelvis. Relax your tailbone, your lower abdomen. Relax your waist. Relax your glutes. Relax your lower back, your belly button. Relax your middle back, your rib cage. Relax your upper back, your chest. Relax both sides of the body, of the torso. Relax your armpits, and your shoulders. Upper arms and elbows relax. Forearms relax. Wrists, hands, and fingers relax. Take a swallow, let the tongue go limp in the back of your throat. Relax your mouth, relax your tongue, relax your throat, relax your jaw. Relax the back of your head, your face, sides of the head and ears, temples, top of the head, forehead relaxes. Eyes softly relax, cheekbones and nose, lips relax. Whole body relax. With the next exhale, we'll bring our awareness back to this room that we are in, to this body that we inhabit. Remind yourself that you are not this body. You are not these feelings, these emotions. They're just simply vessels to help us navigate the world and experience the world. You can start to animate the body by adding a little movement to the fingers and toes, hands, feet, wrists, and ankles can begin to move, swerve, sway, wiggle. And then as you're ready, let's take a full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead, reaching the legs, either pointing or flexing through the feet. And then grab your left wrist with your right arm and take your right foot over your left leg and then just reach in opposite directions. And come back to center. Switch sides, left hand, right wrist, left foot over right leg. Switch, straighten out the legs. And inhale back to center. Exhale one more time. Give yourself a nice hug, a nice squeeze, a nice thank you. Bring back your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice today. Has your mindset changed? Do you feel different somehow? And then go ahead and roll over onto your side. Give yourself a moment on your side just to lay here. Breathing, stable, rooted. And then as you're ready, inhale and press yourself up to come to seated. Take your time, there's no rush. So as we make our way to seated, allow yourself another moment of clarity, of awareness. And again, on the special Mother's Day, what gift do you want for yourself? What gift do you want perhaps for your children? Or what gift do you want to send to your mother, grandmother, great-grandmother? And maybe we can bring in all of their names and their faces into our heart and into our minds right now. The names and faces of our great-grandmothers, our grandmothers, our mothers,
our daughters, if you have any. I have sons, but I'll bring their faces in too.
You have a daughter then?
I do have my daughter in love, yes. And then with that intention, with that openness of gift giving, of gift receiving, bring your palms together at the center of the heart. And we'll seal our practice with the sound Om. Inhale to begin. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.
Namaste, Yogi.